Hey, Patriots. Today is 31st of March, 2021, Wednesday. This is a short video, kind of like a news roundup. I'll start in the US of A, and then I am going all over this plane, the world that we live on. Um, so, the US border, again, starting in the US and then going around this plane that we live on. It's worse. It's the worst in modern day history. Um, Guys, it's just going to continue to get worse by the day. Uh, Obviously, today is Wednesday, and over the weekend, Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, as well as 12 additional people made a visit down there. Guys, there's a gag order, so the media, they have their hands tied. I mean, even if they're allowed in there, you know, we all know how good they do. uh, just amazing. Also, former VPB placed heels up Kamala in charge, which is even scarier, even scarier. But I'm sure she'll do a wonderful, wonderful job. When she was asked about the border, she laughed. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Again, I'm starting off in the U.S. and then going around the world on the plane. Um, Ebola update. I reported about this a few days ago, and initially, folks, it started off with 4 people in in Oregon, and then quickly it changed to Washington State as well as Oregon, and the number jumped up to 23. I know 23 is a lucky number to certain people, but this is pretty serious because they're keeping it hush hush, and these went from 23, now it's 27 people in Washington State as well as Oregon. These people are they're being held at an unknown location. And again, guys, we're talking about Ebola. We're not talking about the flu, right? So, fun stuff. I'm keeping my eye on that. Um, Also, guys, a Democrat spoke out from Texas. He used the word, it's unprecedented, the situation that is taking place down there. Again, this is a Democrat from Texas, Henry Cryo, said they are releasing illegals. They're releasing illegals without a court date. Without a court date. Some of them are going in hotels, but they're actually real. It's one thing, guys. Again, just writing a court date and saying come back in a year and a half, come back in 2-3 years, no problem, right? Uh, Typically they don't show up, but not even giving them a court date, that's another slap to our faces. Border Patrol chief said that more than 870 criminals have been apprehended so far, 92 sex offenders, 63 gang members, just at the Rio Grande section. Again, guys, we are still in Q1. 13% that are coming to America are under the age of 12, and majority are 13 years and older. Guys, but again, state by state is different. As far as being an adult, right? So when you're coming up, again, most of these people, they don't have documentation. So you could be, again, depending upon how you look, you could be 25 years old and look like, or I guess all you have to say is, yeah, I'm a minor, and they're putting you in, which is absolutely horrible, absolutely horrible. Um, New York, New York, they are beta testing the Vax ID. Um, Again, guys, this is super, super alarming because it's not just about having a passport. The very alarming part is, again, guys, we are in the fourth industrial revolution, like well on our way, right? I'm sure you guys, if you're watching, you guys are familiar with that. If you're new, welcome. I am demonetized, shadow ban. The links are down below. Anything helps. I broke my phone a few days ago, so that's my that's what I use to make videos. So greatly, greatly appreciate it. You could also join for as little as $1 for the entire month. There's different tiers on my Patreon page. I did 3 videos early this morning. I didn't sleep yesterday. One is pertaining to the jab. We have Johnson and Johnson. We have Moderna and Pfizer. This is brand new technology, what we're dealing with, guys. It's an mRNA jab, right? Again, I'm not going to dig into it on this video, but it's posted on my Patreon. Again, I did it early in the wee. It was like 03 in the wee hours. I found out brand new information. I had no idea that the Johnson and Johnson is not a mRNA jab. So very, very interesting. Also, that brand, that company, you only have to receive 1 jab, where the others you need at least 2. I read an article today, obviously from Israel. Obviously, guys, it's going to be just like the flu, where every year they're pretty much playing. I mean, like they're hopefully not you guys, but I have family members who received the jab, and different brands or different companies, and we don't know, right? We don't know what's going to happen. But what a lot of doctors are saying is that female, if you want to have children, if you're younger watching this, I would hold off. I'll hold off. Sperm counts already dropped, record low number. They've dropped over 60% since the late 1980s, guys. Over 60%. That's pretty alarming. On top of the fourth industrial revolution underway now, where people are petrified. I saw pictures yesterday, somebody posted on Twitter, of people getting married and they're actually kissing, wearing the muzzle. They're wedding photos. Whew. Again, do you, but freaks. Not in a good way either. This is new. Right before going live, I just checked to see if anything was breaking. In France, Macron, he orders a nationwide lockdown. Again, this was minutes before going live. Italy, they make the jab mandatory for all health workers. Guys, eventually, right, just in the U.S. alone, the professionals are saying we need at least 70 to 80% of the U.S. pop to get the jab, right? So pretty interesting, because a lot of people, they do not want to receive it. Again, I posted 3 videos on my Patreon page. One is a woman who owns she's a CEO of a major tech company, and just like this is our channel, just like we have been saying, especially on my Patreon page, because it's specifically all about technology. This is all about data. It's all about data. Nothing to do with the flu, nothing to do with to make sure that you got the jab. Um, I mean, last I checked, guys, what about HIPAA laws? What about HIPAA laws? But I mean, pretty crazy video. I'll just leave it as that. Pretty crazy video. Um, what else? Some fun stuff. So Pfizer, BioNTech says the jab is 100% effective in kids. Who the hell is giving their kid the jab for between the ages of 12 and 15? 12 and 15. And again, they're saying it's 100% effective. They just got the friggin' jab, folks. They just received the jab. Whew, these poor kids. Poor kids. Just one person's opinion. So children make up approximately 20% of the population in the U.S. 70 to 85%, like I said earlier, according to the experts, Dr. Fauci, the numbers need to receive the jab. And then again, right before going live, this just popped up on Drudge. Vax Passport just launched in Vegas. So New York City, now Vegas. Alrighty, the Ruskies. The Ruskies did a unprecedented event in the Arctic. Pretty neat looking. Again, I like the military a lot, but I am anti-war once my awakening process took place, and we'll leave that as that. But they had 3 submarines surface. Russia historic event. And I could post a video for you guys if you guys want to see it. Again, in the Arctic, simultaneously, three launched. North Korea launched a ICBM, and it swore to Sleepy Creepy Joey and the admin that it will pay a quote price, accused of raising a stink on the Korean Peninsula, vowing to deal with the United States power for power. Again, guys, don't shoot the messenger. But now little Kim is mad at America again. CCP, they sent a armada in the South China Sea. This was the largest armada, over 20 bombers and fighters. And they passed over the incursion of Taiwan's identification zone. Pakistan, they test fired a 900 kilometer, which is 560 miles, I believe, nuclear capable ballistic missile called Shaheen 1 Alpha. Guys, a lot of fun stuff going on in the world. The Philippines defense chief, more than 200 Chinese fishing vessels, but they were, his words, the Philippine defense chief said that it's the CCP on, they're disguised as fishing boats when they're not fishing. And again, everything I'm saying now is events that either breaking news just happened or happened within the past 7 days. Jakarta, the largest oil refinery in Indonesia, erupted in flames. The latest, guys, surprising. I mean, the footage was pretty. It was a big boom. We'll put it like that. So far, 0 people have passed away, which is good, obviously, but 20 people injured, and over 1,000 people, they were evacuated. Good news. Man, I sound like the lame stream. I end it with one good story. Evergreen is en route to its destination. Um, Guys, that report just for the Evergreen, very very suspicious. Just one person opinion. I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but this is one of the largest ships in the world, guys. Over 20,000 containers. It had the livestock on it. I mean, you name it. Again, it's bigger than America's largest aircraft carrier. But it drew a penis. It drew a penis on radar. It was going through the canal at double the speed. Again, we won't know for a year. It's a preliminary report. It takes 1 year, but it drew a penis on the radar, and then it just so happened to get wedged in. Again, I find it very very suspicious. And also, once you dig into things, Taiwan, Taiwan, I believe they own the ship. The ship allegedly went black prior to, but again, guys, the report for us to read will not be available until 2022. Again, the good news is that that they did not have to remove each one of the container ships. This just popped up before I went live. Again, guys, my opinion only, you're going to be seeing a lot of mysterious sicknesses. Again, just my opinion. Is it because of the jab? I'm not too sure. But a mysterious brain disorder baffles Canadian doctors. Memory loss and hallucinations among symptoms of 43 patients in New Brunswick province. Again, I go back to thinking about movies, Contagion. There's Once you're fully awake and you check out movies, we're living a movie. We're pretty much living a real life Truman Show. My opinion only. So that's pretty alarming. I mean, all the heavy metals that's already in our food, in the air, in our water. I mean, people are having memory loss just from SAIs, geoengineering. So, barium, aluminum, strontium, we're breathing that stuff in on a daily basis, on top of, again, putting chemicals into your body. Even your skin. A lot of people, if you have crappy water, you take a shower. The largest organ is your skin. So pretty interesting. Again, this just popped up. DC bill aims to decriminalize prostitution. So in these major blue cities where crime is, seeing a 1,500, 2,000, 2,500% increase of violent crimes. Again, mostly in the blue cities. But what I'm seeing is, guys, I'm not a professional in that many things. I know a lot about ask me a topic and I could tell you a little bit about it, but I am a professional at reading people, as I was a criminal analysis. So, like, what's going on? So, again, I don't judge. If you want to, smoke, I don't smoke, and I barely drink. Right? I barely drink. But they're legalizing prostitution. My question is, for you guys, let me know in the comment section. I mean, I feel as an adult, it should be up to the individual. But from my experience, working in at one time when I worked in America's most dangerous city in America, per capita, obviously there's a pimp involved, drugs. So again, that's up to you guys. But I don't see anything good, especially in these shithole cities. That's exactly what they are. believe there was just a shooting too. Believe it or not. Sorry. It popped up on my screen when I hit live. Okay, here we go. 5 people, just now. 5 people shot, 2 killed in Southeast DC. You guys are familiar with all the National Guardsmen that are there. Again, zero. Why? Why are they still there? The more on a daily basis, guys. Again, everything that I read thus far and events that are still taking place. God forbid if the cavalry or if something does not intervene with what is going on. Again, I said this yesterday when I did that test video. In my core, I feel like something is happening, something good. Again, I don't know the timeline. I don't know who it's going to be, but it just doesn't seem right, guys. It just does not seem right, especially being in control. And yes, I was just booted off. Again, guys, I said this earlier. I am demonetized, shadow banned. They just kicked me off. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to get back on. The links are down below. I need support to continue. Over the past 7 days, I do want to say thank you to Susie for your contribution on PayPal, and also Julia. Appreciate that, guys. And again, you could join up for Patreon for as little as $1 a month. There are different tiers, and I'm working on a few things as well as a website. So right now, yes, RNF, we are being suppressed. Again, I'm a little fish. Plenty of patriots are being suppressed as well. But we will have a website, and they will not silence me. They will not. Okay, guys, that's it. Just wanted to do a little roundup because there's a lot of events taking place, or excuse me, just a lot of things happening. But technically, what I ended with 5 people shot, 2 killed. That's considered a massive shooter. I guarantee you will not hear about this. This is local news. This is WTOP.com. Again, this is local out of Washington, the swamp. If this was not black on black crime, it'll be front page. It'll be front page. It'll be on the Loop, on CNN, on all the news. But again, for some reason, black on black crime, they allow it. They allow it. But the Democrats care so much about minorities. I'm a minority. So if you're new watching, and if you came over from Twitter, and this is I'm a minority. So, but I speak the truth. I speak the truth. You think it, and I'll say it. Look at a couple comments, guys, and then I'll leave. Green Mountain Hippie, how are you? Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that. Susie, how are you? And again, guys, from being in law enforcement and knowing how policing works and knowing how the military works, the whole war on drugs failed. It failed. Now, that does not mean that I'm in favor of legalizing everything, obviously. I think every single person watching now or later, we all know somebody like Hunter Biden, right? The difference between Hunter is, obviously, he's a high-profile individual, and if one of us did what he did with that tool, and in the school zone and different groups, I'm trying to watch my words on this platform until I get my website up. We will be behind bars right now. We will be behind bars right now. I mean, we really do live in a mad world. There is no such thing as white privilege. I call it elite privilege. Elite privilege. Left and right, guys. Left and right. Probably, it's mostly the blue, but it's left and right. Julia, how are you? Green Mountain Hippie. Yeah, failed because our government is corrupt. Very, very corrupt. All governments. All governments. Israel, Netanyahu just won another election. When I was in high school, folks, he was the prime minister. He's a piece of shit. I stand with the people of Israel, but not so much the government at all. Again, I'm not a anarchist. I say this a lot. I support our men and women in blue. I support the troops, and I support America. I support America. I love my country. Our foundation is fine. It's not rotted. It's the people. But again, from the biggest great awakening in modern day history, what took place, who's in office now, this was the biggest wake up call, because people who are even on the blue, who aren't people who aren't ignorant, right? The corruption is through the roof. Just like how Nadler mentioned that, again, I gotta watch my words, that Tifa was a myth. Millions and millions of dollars worth of damage. Months and months and months of chaos. Police officers shot and killed. Civilians shot and killed. Sexual assault. Again, but it's just a myth. Just a myth. Also, the big guy, the most popular president ever. The most popular president ever. When he gave his first speech, about, what was it, 5 days ago? Again, he gave his very first speech he's been in office for 2 months. I took a screenshot of every single outlet. I believe it's nine different stations, all of the mainstream stations, from the likes and dislike ratio. Not one, folks, not one. Again, NBC, CNN, Fox, Breitbart, C-SPAN. Again, 9 different companies, or excuse me, 9 different mainstream, and not one had more thumbs up than down. But again, he's the most popular president. You guys remember when he drove, or he wasn't driving, obviously. Hopefully, he's not driving. In Texas, you guys remember they tried to make a big scene out of that the pickup truck tried to run the bus off the road and all that jazz. But again, I live in a blue state, right? And every weekend near the river, boats, flags on the highways. I mean, guys, this was, and many of these events were organic. Again, it was on a weekly basis, folks. Unbelievable. Again, I voted for 4-5. I like, obviously I like him. And I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like that. Obviously, I know the popular vote does not matter in politics, but my opinion is he won the popular. Again, just one person's opinion. He won the popular vote as well. People were renting little Cessnas, and you know, with a message like. But Joey's the most popular POTUS. I've seen that too, and that's the same question. He gets 17 live viewers. Yeah, yeah. It's, again, guys, it's obviously the Mockingbird media. It's propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. But I mean, just hearing Nadler, the penguin, that little boop penguin, say calling out uh, that group, saying that they're a myth. Are you kidding me? Ugh, these people, these people. I'll read a couple more. I'm done here, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little roundup. Songbird is a movie. Songbird. It sounds familiar. Songbird is a movie about illness and the world is locked down. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I saw the trailer for Songbird. Yeah, pretty much Songbird it could be taken out of it could be actual footage of what's going on now with again with DC still being on lockdown. Um, Guys, the reason why, again, being a researcher, I just don't watch what's going on in America. I watch what's going on in the world, and I look at uh, different Mockingbird medias around the world, and again, you find out a lot. You know, the U.S. might not be reporting on the issue, where the Daily Mail might be, reporting on the issue. So I always do my homework as far as checking out all sources, as many as possible, including translating different papers. And obviously, yes, sometimes the translation doesn't work out as that good, but all right, Patriots, appreciate the live chat. 30 minutes. I'm going to end it here. Be safe, stay vigilant, and be vocal. Be vocal. Uh, if you can't be vocal, fearing for your job, um, at least tell your family, talk to your neighbors, because in one of the 3 videos that I posted in early morning on my Patreon, one is a doctor. And again, there's over the past year, there's thousands of doctors that have been very vocal and coming out talking about the numbers and what's going on. But this doctor, I think he just started. He has like 4,000 subscribers. But again, Johnson and Johnson, out of the 3, they are not a mRNA. I found that very interesting. Again, I just found this information out. I still have to do more homework on it. But just knowing that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And knowing that you only need one jab versus 2 with Moderna and Pfizer. Alrighty, I am done. Sheep will be like, be safe, guys.